can't stop spending money and treating myself. Every time there's money in my account, I want to spend it.
Blew my whole paycheck. Haven't even been paid yet.
Guys, I've spent more than $2,500 in the past 11 days, and so I'm going to tell you all the random things I spend money on and why this shouldn't be a thing.
Alright, so today we got another de-influencing video. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of people overspending their money. And we're not talking about overspending in the sense of normal everyday living, with bills, groceries, the prices of basically everything rising. We're talking about spending too much on people's wants. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's jump right into it with some employees from a card shop.
How much do you think you spent here in the last year?
I'm gonna go $4,350. That's pretty bad.
Oh, I would probably say about like 7.5, maybe 8. It's $8,000.
$550.
Take a look.
Never mind.
Okay. 14,000. Shut up. You can't do that to me, dude.
25,562. Sweet. Hell yeah.
So every person in that clip thought they spent way less than they actually did. Going over to the comments, what's their salaries? $50,000 in a year? And like I said, this is a trading card shop. I can't imagine all these people's salaries being that high, especially to spend $50,000 in the store in a single year. And we got another comment from you guys here. One of the greatest marketing tricks ever created is instilling in people that they need to treat themselves, because there are so many clips like this on social media.
And you know what? I do get the overwhelming urge to go and spend every cent of my paycheck every time I get paid.
Blew my whole paycheck. Haven't even been paid yet.
Didn't spend any money yesterday. Nope, not a single dime. So do you know what I did today to reward myself for not spending any money yesterday? Spent $550.
Guys, I can't stop spending money and treating myself. Every time there's money in my account, I want to spend it. I can't stop. Why is shopping so fun? I just want to spoil myself every day.
I just spent $400 in 30 minutes. I'm sick. Why is shopping more exciting than actually having the product when you get home? Because you get that dopamine hit impulse shopping, and then you come down from the high and realize you don't even want the product in the first place. I've found my people. I'm broken and broke. I can't stop. By the way, good news, guys. My Monster High Elvira doll is coming today. Buying things I don't even have space for? You're so real for that. I'm scared to look at my bank account. I just spent $326 at Ross, and I still want more things. Spending money is too much fun. There are thousands of comments that just go on and on like this. And we got another comment from you guys. I started watching your videos and went from I don't like my almost paid off Subaru, so I'm going to buy a brand new Jeep, over to my Subaru that's almost paid off that isn't upside down is looking pretty good. I know many people use these videos as de-influencing content or what not to do in your own life, and hopefully that means it saved you a bunch of money.
Ellie, how much money are you going to spend today?
$0.
$0? Okay.
Harmony, how much money are you going to spend today?
$500.
Okay, that's a bold claim.
It is. Ellie, how much money did you spend today?
470 something. Hey Harmony, how much did you spend today?
813.
I told myself $300. I spent that in the first 30 minutes. And this clip was also from some sort of makeup expo, so it is incredibly easy to spend a ton of money very quickly. I told myself $1,000. Somehow I walked out spending $1,500. And let's move over to a clip with an excuse that we hear all the time on this channel.
The most valuable lesson my dad ever taught me was to never save your money and never invest, and here's why. 2 years ago on a random Wednesday, I call my dad up and I'm like, Dad, if you buy me this espresso machine, I will use the money I save on coffee to build you an in-law someday instead of sending you to a nursing home. He goes, bet. Just make sure the walls are painted blue. I go, okay. Espresso machine is delivered to my house on a Friday. Sunday rolls around. He goes to bed. Doesn't wake up. do with that information what you will and go treat yourself.
Okay, so we're talking about it again, the same argument. You don't know how much time you have on this earth. So I'm just gonna live for now, spend all of my money, don't invest anything or save at all. And while yes, of course, there's a possibility for you dying young, the statistics show that we're living longer and longer. I mean, even right now, the older generations are living pretty long and they didn't have the healthiest lifestyle. They were smoking cigarettes a lot more, they were drinking, their diets weren't nearly as healthy, and each younger generation is getting more and more health conscious. Way less of Gen Z is smoking and drinking. They're also exercising a lot more. They're very into fitness, along with eating healthy. So what does that mean? You're probably going to live even longer. And that's what a comment says under this video. I'm sorry for your loss, but my fear is what if I do make it? If you have this kind of mindset at old age, it's not going to look good.
I've been seeing these videos lately where the guy is like, I might not even live long enough to get to the age of retirement. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to retire anyway. What's the point in anything? I'm just going to spend all of my money. And the video gets like 8 million views and like 40,000 comments of people going like, yeah, are you all stupid? Getting old sucks. Being old and broke is worse. Invest your money.
Or at least start saving something. We go over to the comment section. I see so many comments now saying $1 million won't mean anything by the time I retire, but $0 also won't mean anything. Something is better than nothing. Another comment saying people want to justify bad decisions and immediate gratification. Those things are much easier than discipline. I agree, especially in today's social media world, because there are an unlimited amount of clips like this online. Throwback to when I first got my job and spent all of my money in a day. Maybe in another lifetime, girl, no, in this one, while she's spending $17,000 at Hermes. Putting myself in timeout because I didn't ask how much the mani-pedi was going to cost before I got it. And somehow that ended up costing $700? Me spending all my money because I know I'll get more. I just don't know from where yet. Sounds like a solid game plan. Don't let anyone talk you out of that $7,000 trip to Italy. That $12,000 will be the best $20,000 you've spent. I went for 28 days. I spent $30,000. No regrets. More than $1,000 a day. Me going there with exactly $1,000 to my name could not be more accurate. The creator responds, see, I know I'm not alone here. I wish someone would have told me how addicting Whatnot was before I had to figure out the hard way. If you don't know what that is, it's an auctioning site where you could buy virtually anything. And that could turn into getting addicted to winning things very quickly. I'm thinking the $1 to $5 purchases won't hurt. For 1 month, it totaled up to almost $300. Someone tell me what this is now. I like spending money I don't have. Husband and I make $185,000 combined. 3 kids and 1 unexpected $500 expense would still wreck us. $185,000 a year. Why does it feel like this? Let me guess, a big house, brand new expensive cars, brand new phone every year, expensive clothes, and the hobbies. That comment has over 50,000 likes. Just our bills alone are $78,000 a year. How are you guys living off of $50,000? And then the comment right after that says, because you're living above your means. Horrific money management, yikes. You guys are doing something terribly wrong. I mean, it does depend on what state you live in, but at least for me, after taxes, $185,000 is still almost $12,000 a month. I know the cost of living right now is pretty high, but I feel like most people would be pretty comfortable making $12,000 a month post-tax. We got another comment here. The scariest part about this is how willing people are to share their horrible decisions to the world. While I do agree with that, I'm still very grateful because, like I said earlier, people use these videos to de-influence themselves, and you can avoid making these same mistakes in your own life watching these people online. So hopefully this could save you a lot of money throughout your life.
This is a hard truth for all the young girls who think that they're going to be millionaires or super rich or super successful. If you can't handle the $2,000, if that a month you make with your little 9-to-5 job, waitressing, whatever it is, you're not going to be able to handle $1 million. If every single time you make money, you're spending it down to the last dollar, you're never going to be able to steward more money. I actually had to give this lesson to my little brother the other day because he's really bad with money. And something he said is that money's just money. It always comes back. I don't care. And I think a lot of young people have the exact same mentality. And these are the same people who say they want to achieve big things and they never go on to achieve it because they don't know how to steward what they've already been given right now. It is not about the money. It's not really about you penny pinching or how you use your money. It's about how you view it. If you view money as something that you can just keep tossing away and being negligent agent with, you're never going to be able to handle larger amounts of money. If every single time you make $2,000, you're not putting a single dime of that into your savings, you're spending it all on makeup and vapes and concert tickets that you can't afford, why on God green earth do you think that you would be able to handle $1 million?
And a perfect example of that is the last clip with $185,000 a year. But people just think it's completely okay. Just spend all your money. It's okay. Live above your means. It makes you work harder.
Don't ever be afraid to drop a bag on designer clothes or shoes, because if you're afraid to drop a bag, that means you're afraid that you can't run up that money again. Think abundantly and you can afford any impulsive purchase that you desire. You got it, bro.
And another saying that I've seen a billion times, especially in the hustle culture type of social media, scared money doesn't make money. And another person saying that consumer mindset. We've seen several examples of this before, especially when it comes to cars. Guys will say, buy the car you can't afford, it makes you work harder. But an overwhelming majority of times, you're just going to put yourself into a ton of debt, possibly a repo, and completely wreck your life financially.
My husband and I have been debt-free from about 2013 up until this year. And my husband is an alcoholic, but got sober in January.
Good.
And replaced alcohol with spending. So now we have $38,000 in debt. So he is now, unfortunately, not sober again, but now wants to pay off the debt.
He's
and
not
so we're just
sober
trying to
now,
figure-
but he wants to pay off the debt.
Yes, it's the opposite of what traditionally happens, I think.
And the $38,000, is that all sorts of different things, or was it like one vehicle?
So one is a boat and one was a bathroom remodel.
One of those we can sell, so that's good. How much is that boat worth?
Yeah, about $28,000.
And what's owed on it?
13.
Oh, good.
Good. And the bathroom, you were on board with that a little bit, I gotta believe.
Hard to sneak that one past you.
So I was until they came back with the quote, and then I said no, and he signed the papers.
So this kind of takes the spending problem to the next level, because it's not just keeping up with the Joneses, it's at an addiction level now. And going back and forth from alcohol to overconsumption can be an absolutely brutal cycle. I don't think I have to tell you, but this does show how dangerous spending can become. If somebody who is a previous alcoholic wanted to fill that void with spending, it just goes to show how powerful of an emotion impulse buying and dopamine is to your body.
What you gonna spend at Magic on?
I think I'm gonna spend like $800, and this is not including hotel or food because I really want a lot of silver scrolls.
Handy. How much you spend at MagicCon?
I think I spent around $970 hairs. Eli, how much are you gonna spend at MagicCon?
I spent about $500, maybe $250 on artist signatures, $250 on singles. No.
How much money did you spend?
No. I think I spent about $500 cash and $500 trade-in.
Evan, how much are you gonna spend at MagicCon?
$300 cash.
All right, that's very specific.
Sold inventory for $1,100, and so I spent $14 total.
Wow.
The amount of money that people are spending on trading cards right now is absolutely insane. And I can't help but think that this is the modern day Beanie Babies. History always repeats itself.
Day one of posting every day until I pay off this truck because my father-in-law doesn't think that I can do it. To be fair, I am hellaciously upside down on this truck loan. And I make basically no money. He also told me that I couldn't marry his daughter, and I won that one, so. And there's nothing my ADHD loves more than a challenge fueled by spite, so come along for this journey. Go ahead and follow, like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, so we got a few things with this one. We have someone who ended up buying a Ford F-150 Lightning that I'm praying also didn't get it when it first came out, because they were extremely popular and very expensive over MSRP. And fast forward to 2026, this same truck has been canceled by Ford because the EV demand dropped off a cliff. So they're heavily underwater in this vehicle, and it's only going to get worse. But at the same time, they basically make no money, and they're kind of just dry begging, hoping that you'll follow and watch their videos so they could get revenue from their TikTok. Why wouldn't you just go get some sort of job? Especially when we're talking about the creator program. It does not pay out well at all anymore. So you'd legitimately make more money flipping burgers at McDonald's. Just another example of somebody getting way in over their head when they purchase their vehicle.
So it feels like all my money's been disappearing, so I decided to track my spending for a week to see how much I actually spend. On Sunday, I spent $50 on my friend's birthday present, which was a Stussy dinosaur t-shirt. And I spent $14.34 on a Yezi mango coconut pudding, which was pretty good, but not worth the price. And then I spent $15 on Chipotle. On Monday, I went to school and I paid $4.20 for parking. And then I went and got some of the new spring Red Bulls for $19.93. And then I spent $28 on perfume samples from Concreted. And then I got a Lotus from Mercury's Coffee for $6.38, which was after a 50% discount. On Tuesday, I went to school again, so I spent another $4.20 on parking. And then I bought some Island Gas sweats for $126. And then I got a Dubai Mochi donut from Paris Baguette for $7.63. And then I had to get some gas for $50.26. And then I bought $4.68 worth of Robux. On Wednesday, I went to school again, so I had to pay another $4.20 for parking. And then during school, I got hungry, so I spent $2 on some gummies. And then I got a t-shirt and some underwear from Supreme, which was $102.74. And then I got some hair clay for $15.25. And then on Thursday, I went to school again, so I had to pay another $4.20 for parking. And then I had to order some skincare, which was $21. And then on Friday, I ordered a car air freshener for $11.97. And then it was my dad's birthday, so I got him a birthday present, and I spent $34. And then I also got a ticket for being on my phone while driving, so I had to pay $157 for that. And then finally on Saturday, the only thing I bought was Taco Bell, which was $11.81. Then that brings my grand total to $694.79 for the week. And then here's my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App if you guys want to send me some money so I can buy some clothes and food.
Just so I don't have to change anything with my lifestyle and I could keep over-consuming. The amount of people who ask and beg for money online is unbelievable in today's world. But like I said before, this is how so many people act now. We got another comment from you guys. Every single friend of mine is spending like the world is ending tomorrow.
I don't know what came over me, but I got the new Balenciaga bag. We need to go to Rome. My DoorDash is here. I just don't feel like I'm meant to work, you know? I should get a dog.
I feel like everybody's got a friend who acts exactly like that. But we could switch over to the next clip with a different version of overspending, but now these same people are in for a rude awakening when it comes to real estate.
Landlords are frankly off right now because they're buying investments that do not cash flow, and they have a ton of deferred maintenance from the previous owner. Meaning these properties are in shambles and they're not making any money with the current rent roll, and they have to dump more money into it to get it stabilized. Dude, don't even get me started with accidental landlords. They'll call me all day telling me how their house is worth $3,000 a month in rent when the market says it's $1,800, but they needed the $3,000 to afford that new home they just purchased, and it's not quite working out, yet they think they're different than the tenants that are not affording rent.
And now, yet again, they're in over their heads. I feel like this is the result of so many people watching the side hustle culture, the real estate gurus, all throughout COVID showing how much money they made because they bought properties back in 2015, when everything was way more affordable. And of course, a couple years later, the prices skyrocketed, so they all looked like geniuses, but that's just not happening anymore. So if you bought all of your properties a couple years ago, you're probably not doing too great.
I got a $122,000 inheritance check.
What?
To then which we blew in 8 months.
What?
A school bus. We converted it into a mobile home.
For 120,000?
No, that was only maybe about 45.
You just lost millions of dollars if you put that in the marketplace over the course of your life in compound growth. Millions lost.
Yeah. It's a big regret.
And what's the situation of the school bus?
It's making us passive income, I guess, because my brother lives in it, and I charge him $450 a month to live in it.
Why don't you sell it?
I don't want to sell it.
We decided to chase his dream.
Your dream's a school bus?
It was his dream.
It's pretty cool.
That was not my dream.
Okay, so first off, of course, the school bus is ridiculous, especially trying to justify saying that it's passive income. If it costs $45,000 and they're getting $450 a month from their brother living in it, he'd have to live there for over 8 years just to break even. But then my other thought right after that is what happened to all the rest of the money, because apparently it vanished in 8 months. If that's not overspending, then I don't know what is. And the entire comment section is talking about her wasting her money on him. She bought his dream. We decided to chase his dream. I just know it was his idea, and that's not my dream. Yeah, but it was your money, and now it's all gone.
Guys, I've spent more than $2,500 in the past 11 days, and so I'm going to tell you all the random things I spend money on and why this shouldn't be a thing. Okay, Old Navy, $94.92. Chick-fil-A, $9.98. Slackwater Pizza Place, $22.05. I got a facial and it was $24. I bought Laney concert tickets. It was $98.87. Went to the movies with me and a friend and it was $27.59.
Okay, so I'm cutting it off here because this goes on for 2 whole minutes. Just purchase after purchase, showing that all of these small things really do add up. And so many people don't want to accept this fact. They'll just keep draining their bank account every single day. It's basically death by 1,000 cuts. And then you fast forward a few months or a few years and you end up feeling like this.
The sad reality of my life is that I am eternally doomed to wonder how much money I would have if I had, instead of blown through many bands, saved it or invested it. or just done anything smart with it at all.
And somebody said in the comment section, the For You page is getting way too real. But we'll just finish off this video with a bit of de-influencing.
You don't need to buy anything today. If it takes you over an hour to clean a single room in your house, you already have enough crap. When you buy things, you are converting your money into future landfill garbage. And intelligent people do not go to work so that way they can throw their money in a trash can. You're smarter than this. The delivery driver is sick of delivering crap to your house. And no one wants to see you complain about the economy or things out of your control when you're getting constant packages delivered to your door.
So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.